Hello Cobra Kai and Karate Kid fans, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have an official new look of Karate Kid Legends, the upcoming Karate Kid film, which is slated for a May 30th 2025 release date, and we are several months away from release date. We are not that far away and we are imminent for a trailer, but before that we have been given 3 new exclusive images of Karate Kid Legends, which we're going to break down right now. The first image we've got was of Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan, including the new Karate Kid star Ben Wang. It's really cool to see a first look with both Ralph and Jackie in the same photo together. What a crazy crossover event this is, right? Karate Kid Legends is going to bring Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi's connection. Jonathan Entwistle, the director of Karate Kid Legends, and Ben Wang in one of the questions saying that Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi's families are going to be tied from the very early days when they first knew each other, which is huge because it's definitely changing something from the past. Hopefully not going to get in the way of Cobra Kai and it doesn't affect anything, but if anything it complements it. But in this image, Ralph is looking at what seems to be some flyer, and I think this might be something to do with a new tournament. If you look very closely, it says be there 5 boroughs, and I think there's some martial artists on this flyer, and it says follow us with a QR code on it, and I'm just curious where they're going and they're looking for something in particular. Why is Daniel LaRusso here, and what does this story mean, especially with Mr. Han here and also Ben Wang's character Li Fong? It looks like they are finding a location, and this flyer is an indication of where they might be going. Now, that's all I can think of in this image right now. They also look like they're in front of a fence, which I believe is the same part they filmed in Montreal in Canada earlier this year when Jackie was seen with the same outfit. I think the colors of this fence and the advertising on it really do match what's on this flyer. Now in the next image we get to see Jackie's Mr. Han doing some kung fu with Ben Wang's Li Fong. This definitely feels like Karate Kid 2010 when Mr. Han was teaching Dre Parker. If it's not kung fu that is being shown in this image, it could even be that Mr. Han is showing Li Fong some karate, although the move that Jackie is doing looked more like kung fu, but it could be that he's learned a few things off Daniel because of Miyagi-Do. It's a very cool image. It's clearly set in New York with the background and the scenery, and they're on a rooftop, so I'm assuming this is part of a compilation, which definitely looks cool and I'm intrigued by it. And this is also where the whole cast and crew actually took a photo when they wrapped up the film earlier this year. The final image is definitely one I was not expecting to see, which is very badass, but it's Ben Wang's Li Fong wearing his gi, a very interesting style gi, grey like the Iron Dragon's gi, but it definitely looks like it's more of a karate gi than a kung fu gi. He isn't wearing a belt as you would traditionally wear in karate. It looks something he's wearing more as a kung fu martial artist. He's also wearing a new headband, but because of his fringe it's kind of covering the new design of the headband. As you can see in the background, it's the skyline of New York. It looks like he's on a helipad, although this logo on the platform Li Fong is on definitely looks like it's part of this tournament that was shown on that flyer. Very curious why he's training on a rooftop, but it's definitely going to be a very cool montage because we've never seen anything like this before. Really intrigued why they use this image, what it's showing us. Interesting the direction they're going to go with Li Fong, and we know that Ben Wang has studied multiple martial arts in his life, so it's going to be interesting what kind of style he has, although I do think he'll be more kung fu based and the karate will come into it. And because of the connections with Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi and going back into the past, I do think what they're going to do is that Miyagi-Do was part of kung fu, and that's where it truly stems from, or at least that's how Mr. Han and Mr. Miyagi's family connected, through this tradition of kung fu and karate, and perhaps kung fu was a big inspiration for the style of Miyagi-Do. And realistically, kung fu is the reason why karate exists, so that is a very realistic way to go about it. There's more to read on the Entertainment Weekly article. I believe they've said many interesting things. We're going to break that down separately though, as I do think the questions and answers the director gave will be worth covering in that. But this was the first look of Karate Kid Legends. What do you guys think? Hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section down below, subscribe to Cobra Kai Nation for more content on Karate Kid Legends and Cobra Kai Season 6, of course, with Part 3 on the horizon in 2025 along with Karate Kid Legends. I'll see you in the next video.
Kai Nation.
If you thought blah 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 was blah blah blah,